Hiccups can fuck off. I'm not religious myself, but I don't believe that God made us all in his own image. Like he just looked in the mirror and did a heavenly copy-paste and accidentally made us. But if God did create us, he has some freaking nerve giving us the idiosyncrasy of feeling like you're about to throw up whilst emitting a small noise that you wouldn't even expect a rabies-infected squirrel to make. Even if you throw this symptom to the theory of evolution, I doubt natural selection thought it was beneficial to give us random and pointless diaphragm movements that distract us from whatever we're doing. It always seems to come at the worst of times. I was doing a biology exam a couple of weeks ago and I felt like I was getting the hiccups, but I forgot that they're absolutely impossible to get rid of. You just have to ignore them. But if you're hearing yourself going every 7 seconds, your attention is solely focused on keeping the bastard breaths at bay and not whether foxes would adapt on the mainland or island quicker. Thanks AQA, by the way, that was a brilliant exam. Fucking loved that, honestly. I tried drinking water from the other side of the glass like the old wives' tale tells you to do, but it's just made to make you feel stupid. I tried holding my breath until it was fucking purple. I even tried scaring myself by telling myself that they were making a second Minions movie. But nothing worked. Nothing. Not to mention that the people around me thought I was mental. And don't even get me started on getting it whilst recording noise. Oh, fuck off! On paper, the idea of putting all of an artist's best songs onto one album sounds like a jolly good thing to do. It means that people just discovering the artist can hear the best tracks and get a general idea of what their style or genre is and whether they like it or not. But the problems come in when you think about the artist's perspective. The main reason that artists make music, well, unless it's processed electronic crap like the David Guetta 9000, is to send a message to the listener which reflects their attitudes and ideas. Some artists like to tell a story through an album and treat it as if it's a musical journey for the listener to partake in. But if one song is taken from the whole story of the album, then the artist's message to the listener that they're trying to convey becomes murky and unclear. It's like if an author wrote a series of books and someone just took out a load of chapters from the different novels and bunged them all together in one confusing smoothie of shit. Not to mention that an artist's best pieces are usually strong pop songs with lots of energy, which means listening to the whole of the best of album will give you musical fatigue. You need some smooth songs to balance it out. Mind you, the general public don't care. They have such a short attention span that anything with the 4 chords of pop and a catchy hook with sped up or slowed down vocals will make them happy. It's like fucking fast food. On the other hand, you went into this video for my opinion, and I gave it to you. Now go to the next topic before I explode with future video ideas leaking out my joints. Now that I've left secondary school, I can safely say that there's one thing that got on my nerves more than anything in the world. People assuming that I knew everything about everything. Now surely I would be flattered to hear such a thing, but it's when the mistakes come in is where the problems lie. Some people needed to be told that not everyone is perfect. There was always that one person who was too loud, and that person who had obnoxiously long hair, and the person who made loads and loads and loads of mistakes. Despite this dumb shittery, I was put in set 1 for maths and English. They must have had one extra spot for a pupil in set 1 maths, so the head of the department probably put the school photo on a dartboard, shut his eyes, threw a shot, and got me right in the domski. I was in set 1 for 5 years, so for 5 years, people in lower set were asking me about all sorts of shite like algebraic fractions and surds. What the fuck even is a surd? And then when I went, I don't know, they would say something stupid like, "Oh my god, I thought you were in set 1 for maths. Oh my god, I thought you were clever." Excuse me. I forgive your ignorance, but all you're doing is making me wish that I was better at maths. Just because you throw a zebra in the lion enclosure doesn't mean it won't get eaten alive. It especially annoyed me when I'd make a mistake in something and people would bring up the same excuse again. If people didn't make mistakes, then they wouldn't learn. It was also a piss take when I would spell something wrong when people would bring up again the same comeback that I was in set 1 English, and that I should be able to spell words like anti-disestablishmentarianism. In set 1 English, we learnt about case history Allison, brackets, head injury, and the ruined maid. So I hope these people are welcome to the real world where they can make as many mistakes as possible and people will ridicule them for it because that's what they deserve. Right, that's 3. I'm leaving now. Bye-bye.